Welcome back, everyone, and it's time once again for the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes Awards winners. And let's start off first with the Trotter of the Year.
Only one horse was able to march through the 4 Pennsylvania Sire Stakes preliminaries undefeated, and then continue that streak in the championship. And that would be In Focus, a sophomore son of S.J.'s Photo, trained by Jimmy Takter, and owned by his wife Christina, in partnership with John Fielding and Jim Fielding, with Dave Pallone and the Sulky for his sire starts. In Focus.
My wife Christina and I are very honored to be here, and we're very grateful for our watch, and he done such a great job this year. And about a week ago today he won the British Crown, so that was an extra treat. So we were very grateful to be here, and we're very thankful for the award.
Owned by the GH Stable in partnership with Jay Sears, Native Bride was driven primarily here by Jay's son Brian for trainer Joe Pavia Jr. The filly won $148,000 in the Sire Stakes. Took her final by almost 6 lengths in the time of 1:50.4, and then went out and lowered her mark to 1:50 at the Red Mile. Trained by Joe Policino and Ellie Serena. Usually driven by Cat Manzi. At Chester for owner John Kenselaire. Philos Hanover is our 2008 Pennsylvania Harness Horse of the Year.
I'd like to thank the Harness Racing Association for this honor. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with all my garbage. And I'd like to thank Joe and Ellie, who are the greatest trainers in the world. We couldn't do anything without my brother Tommy over there, who wouldn't come up because he's shy. Thank you very much.
Howard Taylor. The choice for Pennsylvania Owner of the Year is one of the largest, most diverse stables in North American harness racing history.
How many horses do you own, Howard?
That I'll admit to, probably about 72.
72?
Yeah.
Wow. And of course, the biggest of the biggest is Buckeye St. Pat?
That's absolutely, yeah. I know that they had said because she's Pennsylvania bred Ginger and Fred, and hopefully next year I'll be saying that about her, but Buckeye St. Pat's got a special place in my heart.
They couldn't have come up with a better award for a guy. 2008 Harness Owner of the Year in the state of Pennsylvania, Howard Taylor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We now call Julie Davis to the stage to receive her prize as Pennsylvania Caretaker of the Year. 3 leaders of the harness sport in Pennsylvania, all working in different facets of the industry, individually and working with other forces, have made a very profound and large contribution to the statewide harness racing scene. And we honor each of these 3 tonight as a true friend of Pennsylvania harness racing. John Marshall.
I like to call it the miracle at the Meadows, the tight deadlines we were under to race after the demolition of the grandstand. I'm honored to have been the coach on that team. There are many other team members that contributed to that. Our race office, the racing commission, Roger himself, our judges, our IT department, AMTO, International Sound, and everyone involved.
Ron Battoni is one of the most important figures on the Pennsylvania harness scene, making sure that the enhanced flow of purse dollars in harness racing from the slot machines are put to the maximum leverage for his groups of horsemen. And Battoni works very well with the track front offices, notably in the scheduling of major races and with promotions. And it is his win-win attitude that earns him laurels as a friend of Pennsylvania harness racing.
As you know, this award really is a group effort. There's 13 individuals who sit on our board. I have a staff, guys that work with me. I don't even like to call it a staff. Pete Antosh, Mike Izzo, Eddie Kabeski, who put this affair together along with the Mohegan staff, which they've done a great job in this room. But before I move on to the board of directors, just so you understand, I have an Italian background. So being Italian, you have to understand one thing. God forbid I left here tonight and not thanked my mother, I would live in hell for the rest of my life. But you have to understand, you'll hear it tomorrow morning. For whatever reason, she'll find out. She has ESP. She'll turn around and say, you remember the 9 days I was in labor? The whole 9 yards. So, Mom, thanks. But getting to a serious note, our board of directors, Lynn Fry, Bill Mullen, Sam Schiavi, Joe Antonelli, Daryl Brenizer, Gene Daisy, Sil King, Sam Beagle, Greg Waslick, Dr. John Hurchin, Clarence Martin, Pete Kaiser, and of course our president for over 16 years, Earl Beal. I'd like those people to stand up, and they are the ones that helped me put a lot of things together. So please give them a hand. And in closing, I would like to say one more thing. If you think I would have heard a lot by not thanking my mother before I got off this stage, you know I have to thank my wife. So, sweetheart, thank you very much.
The final from the Pennsylvania Harness Racing Award self-admits that the game was new to him when he started with the commission over 20 years ago. But Anton Leppler was soon taking the lessons that he had learned in police work, his former career, and applying them to harness racing with integrity, always the watchword, and the operating principle behind his actions.
Thank you for allowing me to be part of your industry for the past 23 years. I've met so many nice people, so many dedicated people, the horsemen, the breeders, the racetrack operators, and the wonderful commission staff that I've had the opportunity to work with.
We're all in a difficult economic climate now. We're all struggling with it, we believe the sport is something that has a great history to it. We believe in it. We've spent significant dollars to, improve not only the capital infrastructure, but the sport itself. And so we're in it for the long haul, and certainly hope to improve it even more.
When we come back, we're going to go around the oval, and this week we got a goodie for you. We're going to go to Dover Downs. It's the final of the Matron Stakes. $250,000 on the line, and some familiar 3-year-old facing colts will be in your face. Don't go away.